Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Hunting Cure. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the X2 by XOP. These are pretty sweet sticks. You can see this is stacked. So these stack in like a 2x2. You can stack them like this, which is a pretty sweet way. They have these little black clips here that hold them, and they don't move. They're kind of hard to get in and out. I'll show you that in a second. But these are pretty sweet freaking sticks. So they come in a 4-pack, so you get 4. This is the other way they stack. These do not hold, so if you want to use them like this, you want to have a strap that goes around them, like a 9-eyes gear tie, or anything really, just to keep them held down, because as you can see, they just fall right off. But they're pretty sweet how they stack like that though. The bottoms is a little longer, so they fit perfectly into the tubes. You can see right there. They just stack like that. You can put all 4 on top and then strap them down if you prefer to stack them height wise. But you can see each one of them has these little black things right here. That's how you they just the size of the tube. They both lock in bottom right here, and then they lock in down here, and that's how they get them locked. So I'm going to read over some of the specs that they have on their website, so then you can kind of get an idea. So the weight rating says 350 pounds. The step to step is 17 inches. They claim to be 26 ounces. I will be putting that to the test. The step width, so from the edge to the edge, they say it's 10 inches. It says it fits trees up to down to 6 inches to 23 inches. We'll be testing that as well. For some reason it says safe climbing height is only 12 foot. I don't know how they got that, but that's what it says on their website. The material is 60, 61, and 70, 75 aluminum. I'm not a metal guy, so you guys down in the comments tell me if that's good or good quality. And then they obviously come into a 4-pack. A 4-pack will run you, I'm pretty sure we bought these for $179.99 plus shipping. I will put the price shipped to Missouri down in the bottom, down here somewhere. So that'll be shipped and everything. And then they say the standoff height is 5 inches. So that's pretty sweet too. But these for 180 bucks are a pretty sweet stick. I think I've already seen on Facebook a lot of people buying these. They're in stock, they're cheap, they're stupid light for being aluminum, and they come in a 4-pack. Tethered, I think so, 26 ounces. The tethered are still obviously lighter, but they're way more expensive, and you only get 3. These come in a 4-pack. I have my tethered 1/6 back here, so we'll be comparing and contrasting them, so you can kind of compare a $180 stick to, I think those are like $300 and something, $350 stick. So you can be the judge on if it's worth the extra 200 bucks for the tethered, or if you should just go the $180 route like Dad did. These are Dad's stick. My sticks are the tethered ones. I'll tell you why I haven't switched to these, why the tethered sticks are better in my opinion. But these obviously still have the Versa button. Tethered has a patent on that Dyna rope or Dyna Glide, or Dyna rope. Then it has the X, I don't even know what they call it, but they have a patent, so no one else can do that. I know Latitude has something, and I think another company, Aerial Assault, I think is what their name, or Arsenal or something. They're the telescoping ones. They have some kind of tab system too. I've seen those been breaking and all that, but these come with 4, obviously for 180. You get 4 straps with them. There's a regular pull strap, nothing too fancy, like what every other stick comes with, other than tethered ones that have a Versa button. But we're gonna put these on some big trees and small trees. I wear a size 10 and a half shoe. I'm gonna compare that to the tethered one, so you guys can see how much foot clearance you have, and compare these to the tethered ones. I mean, that's the only other sticks we have right now to really compare. But right now, let's pull these apart. Okay, when you get them out of the box, this is how loud they are. So they're pretty stinking loud. You can feel them vibrating. That's just aluminum. Obviously, we're gonna stealth strip them, but I wanted to do a video on this before we did that. But we have some stealth strips. We're gonna stealth strip them up, but they're just about like every other stick in the market. Super loud out the box. You gotta do some stuff to it. I don't know if people have been taking these caps off and filling them with foam. We're probably not going to. But stealth strips and just being careful usually will fix that. Then let's put these things back together. So you gotta put one facing up, I'm pretty sure, then one facing down. They're kind of tricky to get in here. Let's see if I can do it. Okay. Just like that. Okay. I don't know if that makes sense. You put the bottom stick on top. So you put the steps on top of each other almost. You almost have to interlock them. So this top tube is behind this step, and this tube is in front of, or this step is in front of this tube. So you kind of have to, then you just squeeze them together and they pop into place, and then that's pretty slick in my opinion. And then they pull off, they're kind of stuck in there. You can see how loud they are pulling apart, so you're gonna have to put stealth strips on there. But let's go find I have a good tree right here, so I'm gonna go get some straps and we're gonna put these to the tree and see how well they hold, so stay tuned. Okay, all right, these are the straps that come with them, just like any other strap. These seem a little bit more heavier duty. I don't know if that makes sense, but they seem like they're just like a little bit bigger and more beefier. But if you're not careful, obviously they make a bunch of noise. We are probably not going to use this. Dad might. He kind of likes the straps. I don't. There's loud, big, bulky. I think they get in the way. We have been using just a rope mod. I just want to do the review with this, but we have been trying out the rope mod. I've been sleeping on the rope mod. It's actually pretty nice. Maybe I'll do a video later on about how these work with the rope mod. But if you haven't checked out a rope mod, I'd suggest checking it out. I've been kind of sleeping on it. I didn't know they were that easy to do and that really nice. But we'll wrap this around the tree. This is obviously kind of a bigger tree. This is, I don't know the circumference, but it's bigger than a basketball. Not by much, but it is bigger than a basketball. But let's get these set. So we're about even right there. Pull it tight. And this, I don't know what kind of tree this is, but the bark is bigger type bark. All right, set it down. Oh, these things I know are gonna be pretty rock steady. Oh. Okay, not much movement on there. There's not much, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but there's not much movement in the stick either. Like there's not much play in either the step or the tube. Like there's not much movement altogether. I'll go on the top step and see. Yeah, these things are freaking rock solid. There's not much movement on the top step. You can kind of feel the tube kind of moving a little bit, I guess. If I put my one foot on this side, then move it to this side, you can kind of feel the tube almost, I guess, flex a little bit. But they're not moving at all really. These things are freaking rock solid. Step down, still nothing. I'm gonna step all the way down. Pop the strap off and see if they stick in there. Yeah, I'd say those hold pretty well. They bite in pretty good, as you can see. Yeah, dude, these standoffs are sweet. These standoffs are pretty sweet. Yeah, I will do that in a second. Yeah, but these are the 5-inch, so as you see, these are the 5-inch standoffs on here. You see they work pretty good though. 180 bucks, guys. You cannot, finally. Okay, I'm gonna put this up here and I'm gonna put the tethered stick right next to it, and then we can really see how good the clearance is on these. So let me put this back up here. Let me go get a tethered stick and then we'll do a comparison on the standoffs. Okay, as you can see, I got both of the sticks onto the tree now. I don't know if it's gonna really show you how drastic the difference is, but these are the 5-inch standoffs compared to the tethered. I'm not even sure what they have those listed at, but you can see how much further those suckers stick off the tree compared to the tethered ones. Those standoffs are so much bigger and they give you so much more foot room. And as you can tell, I try to get them as perfect as I can, but still the 17 step to step. So the top of this to the top of that step, 17 inches on both of them. So they're the same in that regards, except, you can just tell, I hope you guys can tell. this is my hand. So got my whole hand, then the step all the way out. Then you go to the tethered. My hand's sticking over. So I'd say this one, I mean, I don't have a tape measure on me, but I'd say this by 3 inches or so. Then this is the 5 inches that they claim to be, which seems about right. I'll put my foot on both of them. So you can see I have a 10 and a half inch foot. So you can see how much more room I have on this compared to that. So let's do that real quick, and then we'll try different trees, see how good this sticks to it. So stay tuned for that. Let me get my feet on here and show you how much more room there is. Okay, this is the tethered one. As you can see, I can barely get my tiptoe on it. There's that ball that's in your foot right here is just touching it. This is a bigger tree too. Let me step on that. As you can see, my feet are kind of pressing in. I'm right on my ball of that foot, or ball on my foot at the bottom of the of my foot. So as you can see, you just gotta be a little tippy toes, and I got a smaller foot, so I don't know. And I'm wearing tennis shoes right now, so if I was in my big rubber boots, they do get a little difficult to climb, but it's not terrible. I mean, I've been running these for 2 seasons. They're not that bad. All right, let's try the XOP X2 sticks. Oh. All right. Now I am past that ball on my foot. I mean, these are super comfortable. And again, you got to imagine this is a bigger tree, and I'm just straight in my foot straight into the tree. So I am about halfway down my foot. So I'd say about the 5 inch standoff is about correct. And these are just super comfortable to climb on. I know climbing up at dark, it is nice to have these extra. I mean, you can see climbing up here. You can use the standoff too as a where to put your foot at, so then you get a whole surface to put your foot on, and you're all good. I mean, man, for 180 bucks, I'm just telling y'all, you cannot pass up on these X2s. You just can't. They're just 180 bucks. You cannot go wrong with these. There's a lot of hawk heliums. I know they're about 120 to 150. You can get them on sale every once in a while for 90 or 80. Trust me, save your money up a little bit more. Save for a couple more months if you have to. And I'd suggest getting the XO2 or XOP's X2s over the Hawks. Probably not for me, because I'll explain why, but over the tethered, I mean, half the price, you get an extra stick, and they're just as good. We're gonna try these puppies on a couple smaller trees, because why not? We're here, we're out here. We're about to go change some Salt Lick, but I want to put these on like a smaller diameter tree and see how well they work, how well they grab, and I will compare them to the tethered ones. Again, it's the only stick I have, so let's go find a smaller tree, see how good it sticks. Maybe find different bark type trees and see how well they stick, and see how well it does compared to the tethered one. So let's stay tuned. Let's go find one. Okay, as you can see, this is a lot smaller tree. I can almost get my 2 hands around it, and I got small hands. And it's a different type of bark tree. It's gonna do good. I can almost promise you. Hear that? That's why I don't like these, man. That's why I don't like these buckles. But get this around here and see. I need to go lower. See how well they do on this smaller type tree with the not so aggressive bark. Usually the not so aggressive bark actually does better, so I'm assuming they're gonna hold a little bit better. Get about level, pull it tight, cinch it down, climb. A little bit of movement. Again, most sticks are gonna do that. I can already tell you these are gonna be good because they're digging in really well. Step. Still no movement on the sticks. Dude, these things for 180 bucks. I know I keep telling you the price. I think XOP knocked it out of the park on these sticks. Rock solid. Don't feel unsafe climbing on them. They don't feel like they're gonna kick out or anything. Pop this off. Let's see. Oh, okay, well these didn't stick as good as that other bark, but again, they don't need to stick while you take the, I mean, you're not gonna climb them without the strap. Let me grab these tethered ones. And then I was kind of shit, I'm sure you guys know, but I'll show you how these go on here. They're pretty sweet too. Go around, it's just a little rope. Go at the bottom, wrap through the top, start at the bottom, I don't know if you can see that, but so I have it going bottom, top, hitting this bottom like that, going across and a diagonal, going back to the bottom and go across diagonal, and you're good. Now I like to wrap it one more time. That's what, dude, that's such a slick system. Set it down, then, I mean, I can already notice the standoff distance is just so much shorter. But you can see these moved also. The tube ain't, oh. Hear that? The XOPs didn't do that. Doesn't do it on the top. These do move a lot more. These do, like the tube itself moves a lot more. I'm assuming the material, I can't remember what Tethered uses. I'll drop it down below. I know it's not aluminum or anything, but 350 bucks, folks. XOPs didn't do that. But it has a little tree with a different type of bark. Let's pop it off and see how well they bite. Yeah, I mean the Tethered, they bite so well. So, all right, maybe we can find one more tree, maybe a super giant. Oh, let's show the folks this. Now, if you wanted to be a real man and learn how to be mobile, this is a new spot we got this year. We haven't hunted it. Got a couple nice bucks on camera and stuff like that. But we're coming out here to refresh it. But me and Dad were walking around and we found this back here. We found this. Pretty sweet, huh? It's a freaking old self-climber. It's all grown into the tree. Oh. All grown into the tree. Jeez, Murphy. It's all grown in the tree. All made out of metal. This thing literally looks like it's like 125 pounds. Has that bottom piece. It's all, I mean, it has duct tape. It has duct tape on it. There's 2 wheels back here underneath all this brush. That's, I'm assuming you put it on here somehow and you can carry it or use a deer cart. I'm not really sure, but this thing's pretty sweet. We're kind of walking in here. It's kind of cool that they're trying to be, I mean, it doesn't look like they're trying to be mobile, but I mean, it is pretty cool to see old stuff like this. You can see this thing is so grown into the tree on both sides, like this whole entire, I mean, it's probably a 2-inch, inch and a half piece of angle iron that's almost, the tree's almost grown all the way around it. This thing's pretty sweet though. I don't know how long this has been here, but for a while. Let's go try to find another, like a bigger tree that has like a soft bark or a not so rough bark and see how well the sticks hang on to that. So stay tuned, let's go find one. Okay, this is a big old tree, the biggest one we're gonna be testing so far. Different type of bark. Again, don't know what kind of tree this is, a big old sucker, but let's see if I can get my arms around this thing. And God, these things are, that's the, you gotta find something else. That's what I would suggest, finding a different type of attachment method. Let me see if I can get my, okay, got it. I mean, this thing is gonna be pushing the strap to the test. This is definitely bigger than 23 inches. Okay, get it set. Tree's also a little cockeyed, so really be putting it to the test. Okay, so the tree's canted, giant, different type of bark. Set it in, feels pretty dang good. Feels pretty rock solid. Let me try and get up here. Oh, hurt my foot. Okay, feels solid, man. Kind of moved right there, stepping on that, but stick itself, it's not moving, not making any noise. Feels like, again, I feel really safe. I just love how much room there is. You can almost turn your feet sideways. I mean, if you pan up here, I'm just straight up standing onto the stick. Don't even have to use hands, not using the lines in the belt. That's just how much room you get on there. And this is a big tree too, so usually the smaller trees you get a little bit more foot room because you can duck your feet out like a duck and get a little bit more room, foot room. So this is a big tree. I just put my feet to the side. and you can just literally stand on this thing. So let's get the tethered stick and see how well it does. I almost forgot to do the pull the stick off and see if it sticks there test. Really proves nothing. Just looks kind of cool. So straps off. It's not gonna be on there very good, but this one right here really dug in. I'm assuming it's because the tree's canted. So this, you can see the mark that they put into the tree. Okay, here, come and hit that. Look at that. That's where that standoff, right there is where that standoff dug into the tree. You can see there's all scratches all down the tree. Let's get the tethered one and see how well it does. I don't even know if the string will reach around it. It's gonna be close. They don't give you that big of a string. I mean, they give you a big enough string. No one's really realistically gonna hunt this big of a tree. Let's see. Oh yeah, actually they do get you. Okay, I lied. They give you a plenty long enough string. So go down. Oh, start at the bottom, diagonal, bottom, diagonal. One more wrap. Set it. Okay, I did not do this right. Let me retry this. Because the string is above the stick. Okay, it's just gonna have to be high. Okay, bottom over the top. Start. Okay, set it. Alright, let's see if I can get up this high. Okay, there we go. A little movement. I mean, do you hear that? I think I've read on Facebook sanding the standoffs will make it better or something. I have to read it again, but it's pretty loud. I think it's the material that they use. Go up to the top. No noise up here. Oh. Yeah, no noise up here. I can kind of stand. Kinda. There's not much foot room. I mean, my foot, you see my foot hanging off the side right here. 10.5 inch shoes, 10.5. I'll take that in consideration. Man, that kind of bums me. I didn't realize. Listen, hear this. It's not that big a deal, I guess, but I think it's a standoff. I think when I read on Facebook, because I know some people, I read that some people are having that problem too. That didn't stick. Huh. $300, folks. $300. But I read on Facebook, I think they had to like sand the back of these standoffs. I think that's what, or maybe to roughen it up, or it's the paint. I don't know. I just do YouTube videos, so read, I guess. But $300, you figure they wouldn't do that compared to the 180. And they don't do that, so maybe XOP found something that Tether didn't. But that's, I guess, a cool feature, and has your rope holder thingy. But I think that's really, I mean, do you think we have anything else to kind of compare and contrast to? I'm trying to think. Foot room. I'm gonna put the weights, I'll put the weights down here of all three of them together, and then each individual one. So that's tethered's total weight of 3 with the attachment method. I'll just do 3 XOP X2s. They come with 4. I'll just do 3, so then they're kind of together. I'll do a 3 and a 4, so then you guys know, because I know a lot of people do run 4 sticks as well. I just run 3. But I will tell you kind of why I use the, I'm still going to use the tethered sticks over and won't sell them for the X2s. I'm going to put my saddle on, kind of talk to you guys about the saddle actually, and then I'll tell you why I'm going to use the tethered sticks again this year and why I like them so much. So stay tuned. Let me get my saddle on and show you kind of how I have it operated, and maybe you guys like that, you can do that, or you can run these X2s from save half your money and go buy some sick arrows or something. So stay tuned. Okay, so I have them stacked. Usually I'd have a third. My third one will have I think I have a 3-step aider. I bought a 3-step just in case. I only really use the 2, and I get about 16 to 18. If I use the 3rd step, I can get up to 20 feet ish. Then I also use a trophy line wingman, so I can do a whole saddle, my ultimate saddle kit, because I've been saddle hunting for 3-4-ish years. I can't remember, and I can I've went through a bunch of stuff, and I finally found my perfect way to saddle hunt. But these are why I prefer the tethered over any other stick, and I tried a decent amount of sticks. So I bought this thing. It has a little clip on it. Don't know if you can see that. Then this will clip. I have another clip that will clip into it on my saddle. So I'll put them in like this. Now these things are so lightweight, I can put all 3 on one side of my saddle, and it does not weigh down. So I mean, they're just so lightweight, they don't weigh anything. I mean, they're about a pound each. So I put them all on one side. I'll put the first one with the 3-step onto the tree right here. I'll have my wingman in the back, in my backpack. So when I get to height, I can pull one strap off and then put the wingman at the very top. I also have an aider on that. But this is why I like this. So imagine I am right here, the ground. Imagine the ground is my top step of my first one. So imagine I already have 1 step on. So while I'm on that, I'll have my linesman rope wrapped around the tree, obviously, because safety. So let me get that. Linesman rope around the tree, being all safe. I'm on my stick. I then can reach down with one hand, use this tube right here, pop it off, boom. Now I'm ready to go. So then I just unwrap it. I'll do it on the next step, so then I'm actually on a step and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Put this on here, wrap it around the tree. This attachment method's sweet. There's literally nothing better than the attachment method. Get it on there. Set it. Still using my linesman rope because I'm being safe. So now I'm sitting here. I have this one. Now imagine I was on that. I then will take the clip off. Now I'm ready to go again. Put this other one on here. And if you can see, you zoom in on my foot, Dan. See how my feet are cramped up right here? It does suck when I'm wearing my big old rubber boots. They do tend to get in the way. But I have smaller feet. I was blessed with small feet. I don't know if you call that a blessing, but I have smaller feet, so it's not that big a deal to me. I'll put this in here. I'd like to do about a knee's length away, and I'll use my knee to hold the stick at. That's usually about a good stepping distance for me. About try to get as much out of each stick as possible, so I get as high as possible. Tie it around, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top. Set it. Perfect step right there. Still using my linesman. And boom. So that's why I like using these tethered sticks. It's mainly because how light they are. The fact that I can put this little tiny thing. I don't even remember who I got it from. I think it's there's like 27 guys on Facebook that makes all this type of stuff. Backwards Mobile, I feel like it's coming to mind. I don't know, this dude is just like a click stick or something they call it. I had 2 of them. Dad used to run them. I'm not sure what he's gonna do whenever he's able to climb trees, but he might use his for his XOPs. But I used that, put all 3 on one side. I used to have my wingman attached to my saddle, but then my saddle would weigh down when I climbed up. So for me, it's easier just to stick it to my backpack, then pull one strap off, and then take the wingman out and put it on, because it's just, the wingman's kind of heavy, but that's an extra stick and the platform itself. And again, with my small feet, I don't need a bunch of platform room, so I don't need like a Mission or anything like that. I just need something to stand on for a couple hours or however long. But I don't know, I think the X2s, or the XOP X2s, in my opinion, take it with a grain of salt. I've used quite a few different sticks. As you can see on the channel, I've used quite a few different sticks. For the price, not even for the price, if they were even more expensive, they're one of the best, if not the best sticks on the market. So take that with a grain of salt. We're gonna go over here and check this camera and put some more mineral out, but appreciate everyone that tuned in and watched this video. If you have any questions, I can try to answer them since I have them in the comments. So if you have a question or want to know something, I'll try to put them down in the comments. Hopefully in some part of this video I put the weight of everything down below somewhere. So Preston, if you haven't done it yet, put it right here. Put the weights of everything, because that's what's going to be the #1 question if I don't do it. This is the weights, if I forgot. The weights of 3 tethered sticks and the weights of 3 XOP sticks are right here. And stay tuned for the next one. The next one's probably going to be us deer hunting. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.